sack.
Start as we mean to go on. Just as I hit the record button, we get a ball sack from our favourite Swede.
He's a good old Swede.
A good old Swede, more like a turnip, to be honest with you. But there we go. So, hello and welcome to what is probably our first and very last recording of our Exandria campaign, which as yet doesn't have a name, although knowing the reprobates you're about to meet is probably going to contain lots of expletives. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give a brief introduction to the people you'll be listening to. So my name's Harry. I am the forever DM in our little group. Poor me hardly ever gets to play. I'm also DMing another campaign with the same players. So I'll be DMing, and I'll hand you over now to give an introduction to Millie.
No, I said I'm not going first. For fuck's sake.
I'll go first then. You want me to go first, Millie?
Yeah. Go on then.
I normally go first. I'm David. I am hopefully going to be giving Harry a rest at some point, so he doesn't have to forever DM, but we will be working on that. I have been playing D&D since probably around about 9 years old, because I have really cool parents.
So about 2 years then.
Yeah, yeah, mental age.
Child.
Yeah, yeah, a child. Then I will be playing Lux Ironwolf.
Awesome. Now it's Millie.
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, I'm Millie. Hi. I've been playing D&D for a while. It's been a while.
Wow.
I will also be giving Harry a break soon because I'm going to attempt to DM. Attempt being the big word. And I'm going to be playing Umbra Ironwolf, which is twinnies with Lux.
Twinnies.
Awesome. So let's hear from the other Ironwolf.
Hi, my name's Aidan. I played D&D when I was about 18, 19, and then Pokemon and Magic the Gathering and other games got in the way. And then I've only just recently sort of re-picked it up, and these guys are breaking their backs carrying me, but we're getting there. And I'll be playing Bartok Ironwolf in this campaign.
Awesome. Magnus?
Yo, I'm Magnus, everyone's favorite Swede. Sorry. So, if I don't pronounce or know words, I blame it on that. Yeah, I'm playing D&D for like 5 years, almost, and now I'm playing Jalen Fallen Blade.
When you think of Magnus, just have this vision of the mad scientist from the Muppets in your head. The one that goes, birdie, birdie, mush, mush.
I feel like we need to turn the bass down on Magnus's voice, because I can feel it in my soul.
God, he's shaking my balls. Never mind. Just keep going.
Right?
Keep going. I'm almost there.
I'm tickling everyone's scrotum with my voice.
They call him the ball whisperer.
I'm so glad I don't have any.
How dare you presume my gender? And last but not least, here's Johnny.
I'm Johnny. I will be playing Cracker Steel Knight for this campaign, and I've been playing D&D for about 2 years after catching it on the Viva La Dirt League channel.
Noob.
Oh my god, what a noob.
What a noob. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this is my first foray into Exandria. I'm not a critical role geek like some of the players we've got around the table. So forgive me if I get some of the canon and the history and all the rest of it wrong. I'll
A parallel Earth. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. So obviously we've all had a chat about this, and there's an acceptance that this is my version of Exandria, just the same as anybody else that DMs. But I'm keen to get into the world. It's from the Critical Role episodes that I have seen. It seems an exciting campaign setting. So let's get started. So we will begin with the Iron Wolf twins and their beastly guard. I'll just activate the scene. Should only be 3 of you that can see at present.
I can see.
Excellent.
Clearly now the rain has
It's
gone.
gone.
Right.
Okay, so you are all in your hideout, which is situated in the Cloud Top district, on the very edge, bordering onto the Central district. It's a section of the Cloud Top that has not been repaired yet. It's in a state of collapse in many places. Many of these buildings have been abandoned. And being the opportunistic goblins and orc, you have decided to take it upon yourself to requisition, shall we say, an abandoned bakery.
Nice.
So you're all sat around or sleeping, doing what you normally do in the evening, and in particular, I've got to remember characters' names now. Lux, you're kicking back in the hideout, probably smoking something dubious, listening to the rain clatter against the bottom of the tin bucket that you've placed under the hole in the bay roof. There is a knock at the door from downstairs. Tap, tap, pause, tap, tap, tap. The pattern indicates you can relax. It's someone you know. Pulling yourself from your seat, you shuffle to the door, peering back the curtain as you pass the windows. It's Sniggles. She is your fixer, a person who provides you with jobs. She's pretty dreadful, but jobs are jobs, right? Reaching the door, you kick the frame, pull the door open. Sniggles, this better be good. This time, the last 3 jobs netted us gold after expenses. We need a big fish this time. So, spreading her arms wide with a disarming smile, she says, "Do I ever let you down?" Often, you think to yourself, but your lips remain sealed. You can't help but stare at the obvious bulge down below. Once you know it's there, you just have to look. Her dress clings to her broad shoulders, and you catch a whiff of her perfume. Cheap. A smell to cover a smell. So, I got us a big one this time. A merchant in the Central District is selling a valuable book. But they're out of town. She winks at you. And you know what that means, right? She slaps your shoulder hard, flinching with the realization that the action wasn't particularly dainty. The client is paying 150 gold. You grunt in response. You believe it when you see it. Number 6, Cloudtop Rise, right on the north edge of the Central District. Mind the patrols. You've got 2 days. She turns to leave, but you place a hand on her shoulder. What's the book called? You question. Fucked if I know, replies Sniggles. All I know is it's red and has gold markings. Let me know when you've when you have it. And second thoughts. Meet me at the Laughing Lamia in an hour. I think you might need a few extra people to give you a hand. So, that was a recap of the introduction that I gave to Lux. So, if you think of that as obviously Bartok and Umbra, you would have overheard this.
Okay. What's her name? Sniggles.
Sniggles.
Has Sniggles left?
Sniggles has gone. You stare at her wiggling bottom as she walks down the street.
I backhand throw one of my daggers at the door as it closes behind. Not in a threatening manner, but just in kind of frustration.
You hear it thud into the door frame.
Yeah, we'll
So
meet you in an hour.
You said the book was red with gold markings.
Got gold markings. And you were given the address.
What do you think, sis?
Well, it's a job after all, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know what happened with the last one.
I do. But we kind of need the money.
Yeah. Sort of reaching into his side pouch to open just a slight little jingle. Yeah, you're right as always. Bartok, what are you thinking?
A job is a job. So, take the money. Let's go.
We need to get clarification, though, on whether that gold is split between the three of us or between us and these other people she wants us to work with.
I imagine it's going to be a split.
I don't like that.
Well, they only get a split if they manage to collect.
Or if they're still alive at the end of it.
Sort of twirling a dagger between his fingers. You read my mind.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand or performing check.
He's going to end up stabbing himself
Oh,
in the
yes.
eye.
First one.
If I get stabbed, I'm not going to appreciate
Hang on,
this.
give me 1 second. I'm just clearing the... That's it, there you go.
Let's go sleight of hand, seeing as how I'm clearly better at that.
Hey.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Twiddling that from one side of the hand and then back to the other. Even toss it up and it does a double spin and you catch it again.
Sort of fold my arms over.
What was the name of the place she wanted us to meet her?
Laughing llama.
Laughing Llama.
Lamia.
Lamia. I wanted to see a laughing llama.
I guess that would make for good entertainment.
At the worst, we could get a pint while we're there.
Someone
On
say
you, brother.
Always on me, sister.
Well, what are we waiting for? Might as well go now.
Bartok, you act as nice as shout.
Always.
Clap him on the arm. Right. Let's go and see about a llama.
How do you spell the actual name of the
It's laughing. Laughin.
yeah, and more meant the other word.
Oh,
I know how to
sorry.
spell laughing.
Well, it is you.
Wow.
Lamia. Lamia.
Okay.
Okay, so are you heading out?
Yeah.
Yeah, tucking away all of the sort of necessaries that he would normally take for a job.
Yeah, I've not done player descriptions yet. I think there'll be an opportunity to do that reasonably shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you head out into the streets. So I'm going to unpause the game. I should have done that before. If you wish to take yourself downstairs, you should see that when you step on the stairs, it would teleport you to the lower floor.
Oh, this is cool. I want to explore.
Oh, I can't see anything except for a black screen.
Well, I've just
Okay.
entered your bedroom. Oh, Jesus, is that where you sleep, Bartok?
Yeah, that's where Bartok sleeps.
Never mind the socks.
My
you
bedroom
can't
is so
see
much
anything?
nicer.
I can see the black, and I can see everyone's names kind of spiraling around, but I
Oh,
can't
I
see
did
anything.
get transported.
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
have you got night vision?
Should do as a
I
gobbo.
should do.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would say it's probably a bug you're in. So just F6, F5 it. Let's just see if it comes back. Because I know your connection's a bit dodgy.
He is a bit dodgy in general.
Yeah, I am. Now I can see. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So feel free to test out the stairs.
I did. What are you done?
Well, that's cool.
Oh, we're living a nice
Cool,
little
isn't
one.
it?
That is cool.
Oh, nice.
The little
Where does he get all those wonderful toys?
I know, right?
Wait, there's another door over here.
So-
you just break them into places.
just randomly. This is Millie. Come on.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. You can't do it unless you're literally within 5 feet of it. Who's the person within 5 feet of it? It's not me.
Yes, that's a new module I've added called Arm's Reach, which basically prevents you from being halfway across the map and pissing around with things.
But yeah, so
Because I know
I'd like to
what
point out
you
it
lot
wasn't
like.
me. It's normally Magnus that pisses about the doors.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know this alleyway pretty well. You know that next door is an abandoned, to the right is an abandoned tailor's shop, and to the left is a wedding dress shop, but they're now abandoned. The tailor's in particular is kind of half collapsed inside. It's really not safe. You've scouted that out before, and there was nothing of interest there. So, just going to pause you there. So, are you heading to the Laughing Lamia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and Lux will be keeping an eye out for anyone who seems like they've got more money than sense to pay the bar tab.
Okay.
I will
So-
be a distraction for that if he gives me the kind of the cue.
Okay.
Oh, the telltale wink.
And I'll
Yeah.
break anyone that starts a fight.
So it's around dusk by the time that you've had your conversation with Sniggles, and you get yourself ready, and you're due to meet him in an hour or so. So you head out into the street. It's a few people walking around. Not many people have a need to come to this part of town given the state of the buildings. You pass a couple of guards, and you head out towards the northern edge of the central district. Should take you about 10 minutes to get there. You pass a couple of street vendors, one old lady selling stale bread, looks a bit pathetic, but she's doing what she can to make ends meet. Hello, dearie. You want some crusty bits? They were fresh today. I mean, last week.
No, thank you, darling. You look like you need them.
What are you saying?
That you could eat.
Well, of course I can eat. You can eat too. And only
I'll-
one copper.
Uh,
I'll lean in
No.
and sniff.
what,
What,
the
her-
old lady
her?
or the
Crusty
or the
bit.
crusty bits?
Oh, the piss. It's not the freshest, but it's not mouldy and it's not particularly stale.
I'll chuck her a copper for the bread.
She catches it quite nimbly, actually, much faster than you thought that she'd be capable of doing so. Thank you, dearie. Bless you.
Not a problem. Glad I could help.
Do you wish to actually take any bread?
No, just going to
Okay.
leave them.
Okay.
Just going to leave them. Yeah.
So you continue on towards the Laughing Lamia, and eventually you come to a 4-story building on the corner of a street with a sign above the front door, the main entrance, with a picture of a sort of serpent-like creature. Can only describe as bottom half of a snake, with the upper body of a voluptuously proportioned female with a big grin on her face. And you have arrived at the Laughing Lamia. Outside, a pure-blood orc stands, 6.5 foot tall, great big muscles, stretching that shirt. All right, people.
All right.
So is this an inn or a tavern kind of
It,
vibe?
it's an inn, but it's an inn, but it is built around a tavern. So it's kind of one of those places that serves as both. It's quite a raucous tavern. But if you want to hire a room, you can do so as well.
Okay.
Speak easy.
It's more like a tavern
Yeah.
with some rooms
A
available.
tavern with some rooms available, yeah, absolutely. But it does have a bit of a reputation for anything goes. If you want to find something, then particularly illegal things, the Laughing Lamia is the place to go.
Like women.
Or men, or half beastie things, if that's what tickles your fancy. So the orc looks you up and down. I don't want any trouble.
Don't worry, darling. There won't be any trouble.
Don't worry, we don't start it. We just finish it.
Exactly.
He steps aside and, with an outstretched arm, gestures for you to enter.
Well, it was slim pickings on the street, so looks like if we're getting a drink or anything to eat, it's coming out of our coffers, unfortunately, sis.
I thought you said it was on you.
Well, it's still on me, but I was hoping it'd be on them.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, well, if we go up into the upper crust area, we might be a little bit more lucky.
Well, we can always take a detour there at some point.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what this, well, who these others are.
Yes.
2 days for a job. 2 days for a job, well, that gives us time to have a look around.
Okay. So the scene should be activating. The three of you enter the tavern. There's 4 or 5 tables. To the left, you see the bar with a barkeep behind, big burly chap with a beard halfway down his chest. To left, there is a door leading to, you have no idea where. To the right is, as you've been here before, is the latrine, and there is a door out into an alley straight in front of you. The tavern is full of varying people, laughing, talking to each other. There's one man slumped over his beer, with his chin resting on his keg. The usual crowd. A few faces you don't recognise too. There's a woman leaning against the bar. Sat in your usual table, there is some elven variant, perhaps. Hey, Umbra, would you like to describe yourself?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, sure. So Umbra is a green-skinned goblin. She's about just over 3 foot tall. She's got dark pink hair, and her eyes are almost completely black, apart from where the light hits them. There's little pink flecks in there. She's curvy. She's got massive honkers, and like a lacy kind of pattern tattoo that covers her chest and goes up onto her neck a little bit.
Hey. Bartok.
So Bartok is a green-skinned orc, well over 6'5", arguably 6'6" tall, absolute mountain of a humanoid. Best way to describe him is just sort of muscle on muscle kind of figure. Very sort of traditional looking in the sense of he's got tusks coming out of his mouth, 3 to be exact, and the classic high ponytail and braided beard. But apart from that, everything else about him is somewhat civilized in terms of the fact that he's got a shirt on and clothing and things like that, rather than just bare chested or just his gear. So he's obviously adjusted somewhat to the place that he's now living. So that's Bartok.
I love how you said mountain of a humanoid instead of mountain of a man.
Yeah.
And is
Not
he?
bad, is he?
Well, no. This is true.
Do you even lift, bro?
Is his beard a single pleat or is it a split?
It is unfortunately, I couldn't get a better artwork, but it is a split beard, so he actually has two sort of braided bits going down.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And how are they braided? Do you have any kind of decorative band that holds it all in place, or is it just like some cheap elastic band you found on the sideboard?
It's literally just like essentially like a bit of old cloth that he's found, and he's just sort of used it just to keep it all together. And he's kind of woven it in between the hair just to try and make it more sturdy. But ultimately, it's nothing sort of ceremonial, unfortunately.
Okay. Lux.
Lux is also, much like his sister, a green-skinned goblin. He is, I think, slightly taller. He's 3'3". Doesn't have a Napoleon complex. Definitely embraces his small stature. But unlike his sister and normal goblinkin, his eyes are a very bright silver, almost like Catha herself or itself. He is wearing a kind of off-white shirt, wrinkled in places, and kind of like a crushed black belt waistcoat, almost. Smart trousers, shoes that are designed for sneaking. And he constantly kind of has his hands close to his pockets. Sort of close to his back where his daggers are concealed. And apart from that, he is well dressed. The only other thing that you'd be able to notice, kind of akin to his silver eyes, is a very silver, almost like medallion type pendant. You wouldn't be able to see what's hanging from the chain though, because it is tucked inside of his shirt.
Hey, awesome. So that's what anybody that's already seated in the bar would be able to see. This trio of you're all green skinned, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this trio of greenskins walk into the. It sounds like a joke. 3 greenskins walk into a bar. Okay, so as the 3 of you enter, what do you wish to do? Actually, let's just check your passive perceptions.
There is,
Bartok would just plump himself down on a chair.
There's someone at our table, brother.
Yes. Seemingly don't understand decorum.
No.
I've not seen him here before, though. Strangely, I don't see Sniggles either.
Yeah.
Just take a seat. I am thirsty, and it's your round, so come on.
Well, alright, okay, brother. Well, give me a minute. Alright, well, sister, if you want to take a seat, I'll go and get him. What are we having? Same as usual?
Make it a
Sure.
jug.
I'll see if the order by the casket. I will walk over to the bar, and as I walk past the... Do you say it's an elf on the first table?
Yeah, it looks like an elf of some kind. Obviously, there are a variety of different kinds of elves, but you're not really an expert. So it's an elf is an elf for you.
I'm going to kind of, as I'm passing, just not with any intention just yet, but just a cursory glance over their wares and see if there's anything that would be within lifting distance, potentially.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Gladly. Perception.
Okay. Johnny, would you like to describe yourself? Johnny, you're mute.
Fucking stupid. Yes, you do see a elf of some variety sat in front of you. He's leaning back in his chair at the moment with his boots up on the table. What's it called? A mug of ale in his hand. He's just sort of casually eyeballing the room at the moment. What you can see on him is his backpack with his shield and scimitar next to his chair, and a necklace peeking out from his open shirt.
Okay, is there anything you think would be readily accessible for this goblin to pickpocket, should they so wish to do so?
Really, no. Most of it is just your basic. That's all in the bag and everything. I've pretty much described all the other bit.
Okay. So that's what you see, Lux.
Can I see the pendant? Can I see what's at the end of the chain?
No, it's sort of the shirt's only sort of half open. You get a view of his hairless chest, and the chain goes a bit lower.
So this is what you see.
Okay.
Is that a bra peeking out from underneath your?
Yes.
Oh, those are my
Look at those
tattoos.
titties.
It's a sports bra.
I have a strength of 10. I don't have enough muscle to be having titties.
And no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, why can't I click on your character sheet? I'm gonna have to change your sheet so I can share. Feel free to change it back afterwards, Lux. Tidy sheet 5e. There we go. For some reason, the standard character sheet you can't right click and share. So there.
Oh,
is...
that's not Lux. That's Umbra. How dare you?
I know.
Oh, look at those tartars.
Tatties on a goblin.
Damn.
Disclaimer: if this goes on YouTube, I have not got permission to use this artwork. So I will try and find or make something of myself.
Yeah.
For myself.
And if anybody does recognise artwork and you wish to be given credit or ask us to remove any artwork, then
Oh yeah, absolutely.
we will do so. And finally, last but not least, is Mr. Handsome himself.
Look at him.
Look at those tusks. Talk about horny. Okay. So you're
Tusk
walking
love, baby,
past
tusk love.
You're walking past the elf sat at the table. What do you wish to do?
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of test the waters. And just kind of whisper under my breath, Gather guide you. Just as I walk past and go to the bar.
Okay. Any reaction from you, Crackers?
Like a raised eyebrow, but that's about it.
Okay.
Some weird goblin walking past and.
So you stand leaning against the bar, and you are stood next to a rather attractive woman. Would you like to describe yourself, Magnus?
Yes, I would.
Such a deep voice for such an attractive woman.
Yes.
I need to turn you down, I think. Your voice so loud.
I know.
I was inside the microphone there.
Oh, okay. That just it penetrated my ears.
God, we're an hour into the session. We've already got penetration. I mean, for goodness sake, guys.
It said my ears.
Kind of slow.
I was
Yeah, but
about to say that's really slow for us, isn't
Yeah.
it?
This is it's your ears now, but this is the slippery slope to other things.
Nose.
Okay.
Right, so you see before you quite a young lady, well dressed in like a blue vest and a white button-down shirt, blue what's it called, skirts, and has a lute hanging from her back. Like mass, like really defined jawline. Just doesn't look like she belongs in here at all.
Way too sophisticated.
Way too sophisticated.
So you reach the bar, and there is behind the bar is the barkeep, whose name is Pick. So named because you know that he is a retired bard.
Pick as in P-I-C or
Pick as in guitar pick.
Like a plectrum.
Like a plectrum, yes.
Nick, you old devil! How's jobs?
Things are fine, thanks.
Takes him back every single time.
Yep, the voice does not match the masculine figure you see before you.
Look, you'll have to refresh my memory. What's the largest tankard you do?
Well, we do small, standard.
I'm going to cut you off right there. It's for Bartok. What's the biggest you've got?
Oh, bucket.
Right, I'll have a bucket of ale.
Okay, so he reaches behind the counter and tips out the slops bucket and plonks it back on the counter. And pours what you think is probably about 3, maybe 4 standard tankards of ale inside it. There you go.
And make it two as well. Not buckets. Small might be on a job. 2 for me and Umbra.
I'm glad you didn't say you wanted another bucket, because I've only got one.
Me could have watched it out. You knew Bartok was going to be coming. He's always in here.
Well, I've got to clean sometimes.
Joe, what? I'm going to buy you another bucket.
Gives you a thumbs up. That'll be 2 copper.
I'll give him 2 copper, and I'll... How much did you pay for that bucket?
4 copper?
Okay, I'll toss him a silver, and I'll just say... Pick up another bucket, something nice. You know, maybe carve Bartok's name into it for the next time we come. He'll like that.
Yeah, all right.
Cool, okay. Pleasure doing business with you. Have you got anyone who can carry this to the table? I mean, I'm small.
Oh, I can ask Gwyneth.
Gwenny!
And this slight human female at the end of the bar comes skittling. Skittling? Is that even a word? Can you walk? Skittling? Skittering. She walks. Let's just say she walks. That's just getting too descriptive there. Walks across. You want me to take these to your table?
If you could, Gwenny, I'd really appreciate it.
I can do that for you.
Cheers. Don't worry, I'll take this one, though. I'll take the bucket. No. I'll take one. I'll take Umbra's.
Okay.
And as I walk past, I'm going to pickpocket the well-dressed female.
Oh, give me...
No perception at all, just straight in.
Yeah. And this will be an opposed check. So roll your dice and let's have a... Actually, it'd be against your passive perception.
Just can't help yourself, can you?
No, I can't.
It was desperate.
As soon as he said incredibly well-dressed female that doesn't fit in here, all I heard was Mark.
Okay, do a check.
Okay, so you say sleight of hand?
Yes.
Yep, that beats it.
Okay. So let's have a look at what you managed to get. She doesn't actually have a lot that would be easily accessible. And you didn't pass it by enough to get the money pouch. You can have a...
Oh, I was just about to say, where does she hide the money pouch?
In her bra.
Prison pocket.
I think what you would feel are like 3 daggers hanging across her like waistband.
Yeah. Do you want to trade that dagger with her then?
Yeah, I'll send you a dagger.
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 Oh, now I've actually started with dagger.
So,
This is for you, Liam.
So, Jaylin, you see all this. Is there anything? Well, I mean, you hear the conversation and you see him walk past back to the table. Is there anything particularly you wish to do?
So he mentioned something about work, like job rights. I think I heard.
Yes.
Oh, that's always interesting. Just gonna. Hey, Pick, can I get a top up of the wine, please?
Yes, of course you can.
Thank you, love.
It'll be silver.
Hand over silver.
Okay, you have your goblet or glass of wine.
I'll make my way over to.
Make him away.
Over to this table right here. I'll put myself there.
Okay. Are you sitting at the table?
No, let's go up to the end of the table.
Okay. So obviously the three of you sat there, notice this attractive female come and perch at the end of the table.
Here you go, sis. This one's yours.
Thanks.
Oh, don't tempt me. I'll take you up on that offer.
What, you want a drink?
What?
I'm getting Greta
Yes,
vibes
please.
now. How
Yeah.
dare you!
You lot seem like you know this place quite well.
Very?
Very.
You clearly don't.
Well, this is my first time here, actually. Do you mind if I have a seat with you?
It's a free tavern.
Take a seat.
Bartok will jump up and pull a chair out for her.
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Ever the gentleman, Bartok. Ever the gentleman.
So
I did not want
just
her
as
to
a
tell me off.
as a slight interlude, just at this point, Lux, you notice that the couple sat at the table above you seem to be having quite a heated argument.
I'm going to go back to the bar. I want to sort of say quite loudly, "Oh, sis, I forgot something at the bar. Be right back." And as I get to the back end of the bar, I am going to try and not get right up close, but stealth close enough that I can kind of try and eavesdrop.
Okay. I will come back to you in a second to go back to the conversation with Jaylin.
So, you guys know this place. Anything to watch out for in here?
Yes. Us.
Oh, perfect. It seems like just the right people I like to meet.
Oh, really?
Who doesn't like a bit of danger?
Okay.
So, hello. Yeah.
So, Lux and Krakus, you're in your passive perceptions are both high enough, and you're close enough to be able to hear what's going on with this couple. They appear to be arguing about a lost wedding ring. And she's really pissed off with him that he's lost the wedding ring. And he's protesting his innocence, saying he didn't mean for it to happen. He was just at the butcher's, and he must have been handling his meat, and it just slipped off with his juices, with the juice on the meat.
That's a different kind of ring.
Oh God!
Now we're getting there. Come on.
Yeah.
It had to be Millie, didn't it? It's always
It just
fucking
always Millie. Yeah.
Hey,
Love her
no,
so much.
David is worse than me.
No.
Yeah.
No. You're as bad as each other.
Yeah, we are.
Shh.
Winnie's.
Same shit, different flavour.
Still tasty.
Yeah.
So that's what you hear.
Okay. So is he implying that he is the butcher, or he was at the butcher's just handling his meat?
He was at the butcher handling meat, and he thinks maybe it caused his wedding ring to slip off his finger.
Okay. Can I get any idea whether I feel like he's lying?
Give me an insight check.
I'm about to break up your whole marriage.
He is lying through his teeth. He's not a particularly good liar at that.
Okay. Now, what do I do with this information? I'm going to squirrel that away for now.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything with him arguing. I was just too busy keeping an eye out for my contact. I did eye up the goblin woman who came in earlier, but there was no obvious signs of what was described to me, so I'm just relaxing.
So at this point, a familiar figure walks through the door. Looks around. Sees the four of you. And walks to your table. Hello, boys.
You alright?
Aye.
Is this Sniggles?
This is Sniggles. And
I did not realise she's a gobbo.
I will give you a picture of Sniggles. So Sniggles is, excuse me, wearing a short sort of checkered dress with fur boots, earrings, lipstick, some blusher on the cheeks, and a bulge in the front. So, what's happening?
Not much, waiting for you. Apparently there's a bit of a Barney over there. Someone's lost the wedding ring.
Oh, that's nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
down to business. There's looks around. Well, still waiting for one more.
Finally. Pull forward on the seat so it's back in its proper position. Get up, drag it over. Use Smithers contact.
Ah, you're crack arse.
Crackus.
Whatever.
Crack arse.
Looks is sniggering into his cup.
Same.
Bartle makes out a little chuckle as well. Just a ha ha.
So, this should be an easy job. Number
That's
6.
what you said last time.
Well, it wasn't my fault you fucked it up.
I didn't fuck up anything. It wasn't anywhere near the value you said it was going to be.
Well, how do I know these things?
Your job.
Well, my job's to get information. It's not my fault if the information's wrong. Anyway, let bygones be bygones, eh?
We'll agree to disagree. Come on, Sniggles.
So, this book, I've got a merchant wanting to settle a score with a fellow merchant, I think. And he wants this book stealing. So it's red with gold engraving on it. Real fancy, apparently. You shouldn't be able to miss it. And this said merchant is out of town for a few days. So, all you need to do, sneak in there, get the book, get out. Don't create any mischief. Don't hurt anyone. Bring the book to me. Bring it back here. Obviously, cover it up and all that. And I'll pay you your share, which is 110 gold between you.
I'm sure you said more than that.
It was 125.
Did I?
Yes.
You definitely said 125. It was about an hour ago.
Well, you know what my memory's like. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. That's not very good.
Oh, all right. 125. No more. Not a copper more. And
Fine,
then
I mean, apparently it's got a twist around with these 5.
and you can you split it between you. Fair's fair and all that.
Sure. What's the name of this merchant you want us?
I don't know. I've just got the house number.
Full of knowledge.
A job's a job.
As always, sister. You expect anything more?
No.
So, have we got a deal?
I guess so.
Oh, watch the guards outside. It's quite a well-patrolled area. All the hoi polloi there.
How many guards we talking?
Just patrols.
One or
Yeah.
two, then.
One or they usually patrol in pairs every hour. But be careful. Don't damage the book. And if you get
Don't worry, we're not amateurs.
And if you get caught, try and palm it off. Hide it or something.
I know a few places.
And I don't mean your prison pocket, you dirty bastard.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Alright. Okay. So, I'll leave you to it. You ladies, have a nice evening, and don't forget, he's back in 2 days. Right, any more questions?
Not from you.
Don't have any more.
What was that, Millie?
You cut
Do
off.
you even have any more info?
Oh, you keep cutting up.
Again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, were you stuffing your face?
I wasn't.
Oh.
I was whilst I was muted. No, I was just said, do you even have any more information to give?
Well, not much. There's not much to know, really, is there? Go in, get the book, get out while he's on holiday.
Sure.
Why?
I'll be seeing you.
Why is there 5 of us for a book?
Yeah, and why have I been dragged across the ocean?
Your question, Bartok.
Smithers said you needed a break, so I agreed to let you join.
I've got a question, Sniggles.
All right, son.
What's the house number?
Number 6,
Right. Where?
Cloudtop Rise.
Of course it is. My favourite place.
All the fat merchants there, just waiting to be picked clean.
My favourite peas come from that place.
Hey, I've got a cat or something apparently, or a dog or something. That's all I know.
Now, good to know.
What? Laters, I'm off. And he walks
Yeah, Sniggles.
across the room, slaps Gwyn's ass, and then goes out the back door.
Always through the back door, Sniggles.
Mm. Oh, so we're working together.
Looks
Yeah,
like
so.
Oh, lovely.
So, who are you then? I know he's arse crack, so who are you?
Yeah, ours crack. Still funny. I'm Jalen.
Harry, I want to just freeze over Lux's drink.
Okie pokely, we're back.
Sit wank.
Sit wank.
You dick.
Michael, you're a tit. And we're still not forgiving you for cancelling our game.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what you get for giving us green wood.
Yeah.
Fucking wank stain.
Excellent. Okay, so I think we left off the to go to the break with a bit of frosty beer.
Yeah, I've got a nice sipping my nice frosty ale.
I will use prestidigitation just to warm it up slightly so it's still cold, but it's not now liquid again rather than frozen.
Okay.
It's a slushy.
Are there any? So when you cast the initial shape water, what were the components for that?
Semantic. I just need to go freeze.
Okay. Do you want to hide it?
No.
No. Okay. So, casters, who'd like to give me Arcana checks, please?
Not very good at it, but sure. Wow.
Yeah, it's not a particularly high DC. So, Umbra, you've got no idea. Jaylene, on the other hand, you are perfectly aware that shape water has just been cast.
Yeah.
And prestidigitation, what are the components for that?
That's verbal and semantic.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's slightly harder to hide, so if anyone wishes to determine what she's just done, you may also do an Arcana check.
Would I need to, since I already know prestidigitation?
I'm sorry, say again?
Would I need to roll an Arcana for that since I already know it?
Yeah, because everybody else has got slightly different takes on it. You might have the same spell, but different classes and different people have.
No idea.
Yeah.
You will personalise your own spells. Yeah. So both of you, both Krakas and Jalen, you are aware of what's just happened as well.
Oh, some spellcasters. That's fun.
Well, all I know is I got a frosty beer out of it. Cheers, arse crack.
That is you know that name is canon now, don't you? Okay. At this point, you notice the table to the top left. There's 3 guys here playing cards, and they seem to have started shouting at each other. And there's a bit of finger pointing, shall we say?
Is it like the 3 Spider-Man meme?
What? No, don't. Just don't. Because I just know it's either going to involve cock rings or dildos. So no.
It
No,
doesn't
no,
involve
no.
either. It's-
Jesus Christ, Harry, get your mind out of the gutter.
It's a wholesome meme. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
It's just 3 different Spider-Men from different multiverses just constantly pointing at each other. That's all it is.
Well, that makes a change.
You think so low of us?
Yeah.
No. He just knows us really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You think exactly the right thing about me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're arguing. There's a few cards being thrown at each other.
Do you want me to take a look, or shall we leave them?
I
Is
think
it
we
really a
leave.
problem?
Well, it's where I like to drink, so I'd prefer it not to start getting messy.
If it
But what
turns
do we
into
hear?
a brawl, then we can break it up. But
Yeah,
so
we
I kind of
promised
just
Brown.
want to enjoy my drink.
So
We
so
promised the Brown, sir. We will finish it. We won't start it, brother.
So what you hear is that this guy here is accusing the guy with the beard of cheating, and he's basically saying that he's working with those goblins over there. They must be passing him messages somehow.
Okay, at that point, I will get up. Wait,
Alright.
so who's arguing?
So it's mostly the this guy up here
Yeah.
in the waistcoat with the fisticuff up,
Yeah.
and the guy with the beard, and the
And
guy
who's
in
accusing us?
the guy in the waistcoat is accusing the guy with the beard of working with, in inverted commas, those goblins somehow.
Oh,
We all hear this.
Yeah, the younger looking guy is trying to be peacekeeper, but it's getting a bit heated now.
oh, nice. That shit in the blue cabinets.
So,
Callback.
I can't help but
No,
overhear
not
you're
this-
trying to blame us for your shit card playing.
My card playing's not shit.
Clearly, otherwise you would be winning.
You're cheating with this hairy person.
Darling, if I was cheating, I would do it myself, or my brother here would do it. I wouldn't get some person I have never met to do it.
Okay. Whatever you say, Shorty.
I walk over, and does he have his hand, not his literal hand, but in terms of his cards in front of him?
They're face down on the table at this point.
Okay, I just walk over, twist my dagger, stab it into the deck of cards. Let's keep it civil, alright, friend? no need to bring size into it, seeing as how you're not, well endowed yourself.
Hey, give me an intimidation check. What are you trying to say?
Oh, why? Charisma's like really crap for me.
Oh, you're funny.
I'll turn to
He
Jaylee.
kind of drunkenly pushes you. Not like a serious push. You know how like people are. Go away.
I would just step right up into his business, just lean in, and just, you touch my brother again, and you will regret it.
Oh, what? Intimidation from you.
Does that guy have like a cup or something in front of him?
Oh yeah, his he seems a bit more scared of you than he does of your brother. Yeah, he's holding a beer mug that hasn't left his hand. It's kind of sloshing a bit.
If there's like a mug standing on the table, I'm just going to use Mage Hand to lift it up and tip it over the guy.
Which guy?
The guy they're arguing with.
Okay. The younger guy looks at the guy with the beard as the mug sort of lifts from the table because it's been lifted from his position, and sort of pours over the guy in the waistcoat, and the younger guy says to the guy with the beard, "Hey, I saw you do that." And I get to say, for the first time in this campaign, let's roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Play.
Let's go.
Come on, motherfuckers.
I would just like to clarify that Bartok did nothing wrong.
He did not. And I'm also going to point out to you, Magnus, no decapitations.
What?
Wait, why is the cheese on initiative?
What,
mimic.
Harry?
Who says it's cheese?
Let's go!
Let's go!
Nice, Bartok.
Mashy time!
Damn. Look at us Iron Wolves getting really fucking good.
Yeah, look at you guys.
Because we don't fuck about!
Is that cheese?
Woof. Yeah, look at every one of you guys and then me.
Oh my god, how many people are we fighting?
Damn.
Ruffian.
The cheese was added by accident, but I think it's kind of cool that it's there now, so it's going to stay. What's the cheese going to do on its turn? I wonder.
It should have some sort of poison.
Okay, so top of the round we have Lux. What would you like to do?
I am.
So just to essentially say that nothing serious has happened at this point, so you're not limited to fighting, but you think things are about to turn south.
I'm not very persuasive. I'm not very charismatic. I am going to run across the table.
Okay.
So jump onto the table and run across, and then come behind the back of the drunk.
Okay.
And with the back of my dagger, I am going to aim for the nape of his neck and try and knock him out.
Okay. I would like you first to do an acrobatics check if you're going to do a matrix maneuver across the table.
Yeah.
That one. Oh wow!
Wow! Yeah, you leap up onto the table from a standing start. You run across, you jump off, and you vault off the wall and land behind him. Roll to hit.
I hope someone saw that. Okie dokie. So. Just checking.
Yeah.
Do I get sneak attack?
I would have given you advantage to attack because he's drunk, but not sneak attack.
Oh, okay.
Technically, Umbra's within 5 feet with him, so yeah.
Yeah.
Also, but you do realise, even if you do non-lethal damage, if you go over their hit point maximum,
Oh, yeah.
they still
Yes.
die.
Okay, that's maybe not. I'm just going to try and knock out, not kill.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit. Okay. Yeah, you were catch him good and proper at the back of his neck, and he that's interesting. That didn't do it the way I expected it to. Yeah, he's dazed and he's stumbling all over the place now.
Okay. Offhand with my other dagger. So, bonus action. Still non-lethal.
Okay. That's a miss, I'm afraid.
Ugh. Come on, friend. It's time you got yourself out of here.
Bartok.
I will jump up and move over here. If it will let me. Nope, it will not.
You're trying to go there.
Yeah,
5,
so,
yep.
sorry, it just wasn't. Okay, I'm going to place myself just up here, and all I'm going to do is just shout at the bearded chap and the one in the blue, and just say, "Look, enough, no more," and then just sort of end it there.
Okay. Krakas.
Oh, I just jumped in the seat Lux vacated, so I'm going to pick up the bowl in front of me, lean back, and I'm going to create some popcorn.
Okay, and how are you doing that?
I cast in Goodberry.
Okay, nice flavour.
So the bowl fills with 10 like peach-size berries in it, and I pop one in my mouth, and then I look over the table at the very pretty lady and go, "Want one?" And then I'll end my turn there.
Okay, Umbra.
I didn't get her name yet.
Just going to just look this dude square in the fucking eye. Just
Yeah, that's pretty hard at the minute because he's kind of like
Yeah, I
wobbling
know,
all over the place.
Well, Jack's eye.
Jesus.
Wow.
wow.
Jesus.
She's probably the right height, depending how tall he is.
Exactly.
We're going to work that one out later.
Yeah.
Cool. Just gonna try and look him in the eye. I would suggest that you leave now before my brother knocks you out. And maybe try and persuade him to just get the fuck out of his own accord.
Okay. Do me a persuasion check. Right, okay. When it's his turn, I'll give you his reaction. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
Okay, it's his turn now. He steps that way and tries to lean on the bar and then falls over. And that's his turn. Oh my god, I got so many. It's this guy. Okay. This guy leaps on the table. Do an acrobatics check for him. What's that? Dexterity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ability check. Actually does quite well. Yeah, he jumps on the table successfully. And he says, "How dare you? Leave my man alone." And he tries to kick you in the face, Umbra.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the club, although it's actually an unarmed strike. Just that I forgot to add unarmed strike for them. Actually, unarmed strike is just a strength check, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
1d4.
Yeah, no, but the actual attack.
Oh, yeah, that's strength.
Yes,
I'm
it's
strength
it's
or
a
1
danger.
plus strength.
Yeah, it says
Yeah.
what damage is 1 plus strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are commoners. It's just effectively
Just swings over the top of my head.
yeah, swings over the top of the head. The first bit was like really cool, but the second bit was just like he was trying to be Bruce Lee, but ended up looking more like Del Boy. I don't know, just somebody really crap. Okay. This one stands up. The old dude that's lost his wedding ring stands up as though he's going to walk out. The guy with the beard stands up and also says, "Yes, how dare you hurt our friend?" And goes over here. And also tries to hit Umbra.
These guys got death wish.
Yeah.
And also misses.
Wing and a miss.
The lady that's peed off that her husband has lost her wedding ring, picks up her drink and throws it over her husband.
Damn.
And that is Jalen.
Cool. Let's see, what will we do?
We do have a bowl of good berries being offered to you at the moment.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I'll take you up on that offer. And take a good berry. And then just hold a firebolt.
Wow.
Annihilation.
Okay. What's the conditions for the trigger of the firebolt?
If I feel like anyone's getting threatful or up in my face.
So I'm going to say you're going to have to be more specific than that, because that's too much of a vague trigger.
Like if anyone tries to attack you.
Yeah, if anyone tries to attack me specifically.
Okay, yep, that's good. It's Mr. Cheese. Mr. Cheese is going to sit there looking really pleased with himself.
You thinking, not again.
Yeah, it's sat there shocked and appalled.
Yeah.
And the barmaid, looking quite horrified, is going to try and move out the way. And yeah, that's all that happens there. Back to the top of the round, and it's Lux.
So the drunk is knocked out.
Yeah, he's pretty incapacitated.
Okay. The one who tried to take a Bruce Lee-esque kick at my sister, I will. I want to see if I can sweep the leg.
Okay, go for it.
Is he tall enough to do that? Is this on the table?
You might have to do a drop kick.
I sort of like bring my arm under his leg and like sweep him out from underneath.
Absolutely. Yep.
Why did I do something that's probably going to rely on strength?
Yes, should actually be an unarmed strike on your character sheet,
Oh, okay.
I believe. Let's just see where that is for you.
Can I use my dagger instead to hook into his ankle and bring him under then?
There isn't actually unarmed strike, unless it's in features. Let me just check. Yeah, I'll look into that one. That's an interesting one. You'd have thought that every character... It's at the top of your inventory.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do have unarmed strike. Okay, so let's go with that then for now. I'm still trying to diffuse the situation.
By sweeping his legs. That's a hit.
Okay, so 1 damage.
Okay, so you do manage to sweep his leg from underneath him, and he comes crashing down onto the table, bashing his elbow.
Cool. And then with my offhand, I want to put the dagger to his throat and just go, "We end this now."
Okay, so give me an intimidation check as well.
Would I get advantage because of the fact that I've just brought him down on his arse and he's got a dagger to his throat?
No, because it was just purely for taste, for effect.
Yeah, he's not intimidated at all.
Okay, Bartok.
I've seen enough.
Bartok, we need a bit of help.
I would like to stand over him. Obviously not on the table, but because I'm so tall, I'm just going to stand over him, looking down at him, and I'd like to try and intimidate him by simply saying, "If you do not leave now, I will break you. Are we clear?" And then, yeah.
Yeah, and you can do an intimidation check as well.
Let's see if I would serve any better.
Yeah, you think you can smell his soiled pants from here.
Rip and tear, brother, rip and tear.
And that's literally all I'm going to do on my turn. That's it.
Okay, Krakus.
I, still in my leaning back position, chewing on a good berry, look up and see that Umbra's got one big guy standing behind her, and I'll just pull my druidic focus off my hip and gonna cast Frostbite at him.
Okay.
He's to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Oh,
He shakes it off.
No effect?
Effect. It's a hit or miss.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Anything else?
Still just chilling in the seat.
Umbra.
Okie dokie. So following my bro's lead with the non-lethal dagger attack, I'll probably do the same to this guy. To this one. How do I think it again?
What target?
Okay.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. So I've got 2 daggers. I can do offhand. I can't. How do you get up the quick
Yeah,
action
you can
shit?
do. Right click on the character.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
Yeah, we don't have it on these ones.
Yeah, you should do. Have you
Don't
got the?
like that.
Have you got them equipped? If you haven't got them equipped, then
Um,
it shouldn't be. It won't be in your menu.
it should. It's in my weapons. It's under
Yeah,
weapons
it's
on
all
here.
equipped and
So
everything.
Yeah.
No, not
All my
on
spells are picking up.
I've got none of your daggers are equipped.
oh, there we go. Yeah, but my unarmed strike is equipped, but that doesn't come up, and it's
Okay.
still not coming up, even though I've equipped it.
Yeah, I'm just saying I've got both my daggers equipped and they don't show up if I right click
That's
on
fine.
the.
I'll just do it normally.
Yeah, just do it from the character sheet.
Like our spells should show up as well.
That's a success. Yeah, it might be for some of the modules. I need to play around with the settings to enable them. Don't forget, with the other campaign, we've had weeks of being able to sort this kind of stuff out.
Yeah.
That's fine.
For now. That was the first one, and then I'll do offhand again with the other dagger. Just like literally like the same as what Lux is doing, using
Okay.
the handle, just trying to knock him out.
That's a hit.
Take the 2 off of that though, because it's offhand, so it doesn't have
Okay.
the dex bonus. It's just 3.
Just 3.
Yeah.
You catch him good and proper, just above the eyebrow, and you see a little welt appear. It starts to bleed.
Nice.
Okay. This one's still out for the count. The one that you're standing over kind of puts his hands up and looks a bit scared and says, "Oh, I'm sorry." And doesn't move. This one that's lost his wedding ring while playing with his meat storms out. Double moves, storms out the door.
Oh, a little wank stain.
That's exactly why he lost his wedding ring.
This guy is going to try and leg it. You may have an attack of opportunity if you wish.
What, the one I just attacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. That's a hit.
It's non-lethal again.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
Well, he's dead.
Yep.
It's non-lethal.
Yep.
How is he dead? I haven't gone over his hit point max.
But you still put him to 0.
No,
zero.
it's
You're
it's if you go over.
Yeah.
So he's unconscious. He's not
No,
dead unless I go over his hit point maximum.
Negative hit point maximum.
Yeah, negative
yeah.
hit point
No,
maximum.
No,
So
this is the
Do you want to knock him
Ah.
out?
the bloodstain is just an effect that this particular module does.
okay.
So he isn't toast on the floor. He's just
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure I hadn't like splattered him everywhere.
No.
Cool.
If I take his hit points down to 0, that's what happens.
Okay. So just like see him try and run, just smack him in the side of the head with the dagger
Okay.
and sigh.
And he lands in the cheese.
The cheese eats him because it's really gelatinous cube.
He kind of skids there, and the cheese gets an attack of opportunity. Okay.
The cheese
so
was a mimic all along.
we are going to come out of combat. I had some pop-ups there I've not seen before. The guy on the table, he's like covering his face, going, I'm sorry.
Look, next time your partner starts throwing around allegations, maybe not pick, well, on people you don't know. I suggest you take your friend out and you fuck off.
Oh, yeah, all right. I'll take him home now. I don't know who that other chap is, though. The guy with the beard.
That's fine. Just tell him to keep his mouth out of his cups from now on.
All right, I will. Okay, so he disappears out the back door with his mate, trying to prop him up, almost kind of like half dragging him. Pick comes over. Thanks, lads. You can have a free round.
Thank you. I'll have some wine this time.
Okay, so you can all have a wine or an ale on the house. You notice that most of the occupants of the tavern were kind of watching this as it was going on. Some people were cheering, others were just kind of cringing a little bit. You get the impression that that's not that uncommon a scene in here. From some of their reactions, sort of shaking their heads, going, "Oh God, not again." But you settle back down to your tables, and within a couple of minutes, things have returned to normal.
Oh, that was eventful.
Apologies. Sometimes it does get a bit loud in here.
So this is
Mate, you've actually seen some scuffles I've been in.
Yes, thank you for helping there, by the way.
Pop another good berry in my mouth. Nothing to it.
It's fine. We didn't need the help.
No, you're right. Especially not from an arse.
It's fine. We did exactly what we said we were going to do. We finished it before it started. And, Sis, did you see what I did across the table?
It was fucking cool.
I don't think I could do that again. I didn't even knock a single mag off.
I know. I was very impressed.
Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it out. The beautiful lady's dagger, and I'm going to twirl it on the table, just sort of nonchalantly, and just keep talking to my sister. Right, well, it seems if we're going to have to rely on these two, well, let's hope that they actually steal better than they join in a fight.
So, Jalen, you you notice the dagger seems familiar.
Yeah, I think I kind of... yeah. It's gonna leave me.
Okay.
For the moment. Yeah, we'll say. Fighting in a small tavern is not my style. Not at the moment, at least. And you guys look like you had it covered.
Highly entertaining.
Oh, really entertaining. And the slide you did? Perfect.
So fighting's not your forte. What is your specialty?
I'm quite good at sitting and drinking my wine.
Well then, let me ask, well, that's straight to the point. Why have you been picked for a job like this? Because I tell you what, me, my sister and my brother, we're not going to carry your asses. We'll leave you behind.
And I expected that. Oh, sometimes it's good to have contacts in the higher-ups of the city as well, isn't it?
Interesting.
Sorry, what was your name again?
I'm Jalen. What are you all's names?
Well, I'm Bartok. This is Lux. And this is Umbra.
Lovely to meet you all.
You too.
And got a bit of magic as well to help me along the way.
What kind of magic?
Well, you don't seem to be, or we seem to have rather similar magic. So just use my prestidigitation. Whoa! Prestidigitation.
Decapitation.
Decapitation.
Just cool down or warm up or something. Warm up her wine a bit.
I will cool it back down afterwards.
Wow, is it red or white?
Actually, it's red wine. I'll say
Yeah.
red, so warm is good.
Warm it up a bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. Good to know I'm not the only one with some party tricks.
Oh, got a few of those to spare.
So as you're having this conversation with Umbra, those of you that don't really know her kind of notice something strange happen. As she lifts up her hand to drink her wine, you're not 100% certain, but it kind of looks like the shadow that's cast on the table by her body, by her arm, it kind of like follows, and you swear it's a split second after.
Mm. So, what was it? Carsack?
Cracker Still Night at your
Yes.
service.
Did
So,
you say
Mm.
Carsack?
yes, Carsack.
As
You're going to regret this name. It's only because these lot are buffoons. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll
So
make
you've
a
been
sustainable
traveling for a
character
while.
without you guys taking the piss out of the name of it.
So you said you've been traveling for a while.
Oh, I've been travelling all over the world, love. Sailor by trade, specialising in navigation. Pretty good at it as well.
That could come in handy.
Ah, he's
Yes,
used to
yes.
being surrounded by seamen.
Yeah,
Ba-dum-tsh.
Bartok sniggles a little bit.
I would explain why he's so salty.
Oh, dear me.
Being an expert sailor is going to help you find a book, then, I guess.
During the conversation, I'm going to climb up Bartok's back and I'm going to rest myself on his left-hand shoulder.
Okay.
And just start whispering in his ear.
Looks, you can't say that.
Well, prove me wrong.
So, when are we doing this job, then?
How about tomorrow? We've got 2 days.
Well, I've got some ideas about that, sis.
Yeah.
Harry, seeing as how I have made that kind of my personal playground, would I know when the changing of the guards is in that area?
Do me a history check. I just want to have a quick look at your character sheet.
I have elements of like city secrets or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to look at. Might be in your backstory, actually, biography. Yeah, I think it's one of your background things.
Yeah.
What did you get? Have you rolled your history yet?
No. So city secrets, you know the secret patterns and flow to cities and can find passages that others would miss when you're not in combat, travel between two locations. So yeah, it's kind of travel elements, but kind of.
Yeah, still do me a history check. So
Flow.
what I want to determine is, I mean, you will know something, but I want to determine just how much you know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Not
that's not a failure. That's just the minimum.
I forget.
so
This was level 1.
Yeah, you kind of know that the city guard is changed once every 6 hours, and they usually do patrol once every hour. But when they're changing the guards, just because of the location, it's once every 2 hours if you can time it on the change of the guard.
Would I normally know what time the change of the guard is in the AM?
Yeah, they'll change the guard at sunrise, at kind of midday, and then at sunset as well.
Okay. So my idea is this. The guards will change their positions, they'll shift out just as the sun sets. That gives us a 2-hour window. If we keep our eyes peeled beforehand, don't look too obvious about it, clearly. That gives us that 2-hour window. We can just sneak in. We're not going to be bothered. We get in. We get the book. We get out.
Sounds good to me.
I know the area. The problem is with anything like this, a lift and shift job in a house, you can't really prepare until you know. If you know the layout, well, that helps, but Sniggles, well, he doesn't know his arse from his elbows. She doesn't know her arse from her elbows. So
We go for a stroll then. Find out the information firsthand. Snibbles is unreliable at best.
we could do, although there is obviously the fact of if they see, 3 greenskins and you two hanging around, anyone sees they'll might think it a bit suspicious, because trust me when I say, with the exception of, Lady Lash over here, we don't fit in. Unless you fancy a bit of a reconnoitre.
A bit of what?
A perusal of the area. You'll fit in.
Yeah.
Go past the area, have a look, see the layout, check, maybe make a few scribbles and notes, and then you bring them back. And like my dad's sister said, we've got a good couple of hours to kill. You bring it back, and then we've got a good lay of the land.
Oh, sounds good to me. Don't be too drunk when I get back.
That's fine. We can figure out the minutiae. Really good idea, by the way, Crackass.
I'm no expert, but it seemed like the smart thing to do.
Okay, so explain to me what your plan is.
I'll go up and just have a look around the house and the area.
Yep.
To see guard shifts and see if there's any sideways or what's it called alleyways.
Entry points and the like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are the rest of you doing while you're doing that?
Maybe y'all should get some better clothes to fit in up there.
Wrong with my clothes?
You look more like a pirate than someone from the cloud top, to be honest.
Excuse me, I lifted these. These were a jute.
How
At
big
least
was
that's
the-
what you told me, Umbra. You said it was the Duke, right?
Yes, of course, brother.
How big was the Duke that owned those before you?
Well, let's
He
get
was
it
a
on.
gnome.
Well then. But still, could use some cleaning at least.
I cast prestidigitation on him,
See?
and he is clean.
Much
Smell like
better.
Febreze.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to cover a smell, like who you just spray on the sofa.
I'll just look at Lux and I just sort of grimace a little bit, like, Lux, why do you stink? What is that?
I don't know, it smells fresh, brother. I don't quite like it.
I do not like it.
No.
Oh, don't worry, Bardock. We can fix that for you as well.
I would prefer that you didn't.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Bartok. He's exactly what he needs to look like. Aren't you, brother?
I try my best.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think in the meantime, I'm probably just going to be chilling here, to be honest. I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I don't know about anyone else, but
Okay. So, Jalen, you going by yourself? Jalen?
Yeah.
You going by yourself?
I think so.
Okay.
Brother, why don't you tag along from a distance, just in case she gets herself into a pickle?
Good idea as always, sister. Come on then, sweetless. Let's go and rub shoulders with the upper crust.
Okay.
And as we're doing that, as always, I'm keeping my eyes out for people with more money than I'd have.
Okay. So the two of you head off. In the meantime, is there anything the rest of you want to do in here? Any RP moments?
not
Like-
RP moments from me. But I would just be sort of helping out the bar staff with like tidying up and stuff.
Okay.
Just because that's just what I do.
Yep.
On the way out as well, I'll give a couple of silver and a gold to Umbra, and I'll just say, might be worth getting us a room here, just in case, so we can lay low if shit goes south.
Good idea.
Well, you're not the only one with good ideas, sis. I have my moments.
Sometimes.
Yeah, few and far between. Right, I'll be off then.
So, do you wish to approach Pick to get some rooms?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk up to the bar, and Pick's there. Just seems to be in a world of his own, daydreaming. It looks like he's been polishing the same um, beer mug for the last half an hour.
Excuse me, darling. Pick.
Oh yes.
Might I trouble you to get a room for tonight?
Oh sure. It's 5 silver each for a night.
How many rooms would that be?
Let me just check how many we've got left.
Okay.
And he pulls out a ledger from under the bar, flicks through it for a moment. We've got 3 rooms left.
I'll take just 2 rooms. So a gold then?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll hand him a gold coin.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
It's they're both rooms are on the 4th floor, right at the top of the house, top of the building.
Thank you. I will sit back down with the others.
Okay. So, the two of you, I take it you're trying to move separately. You're not going to be walking and talking.
Depends on how far we are from the cloud top.
David's just gone to check on Dylan. So
Oh, has he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So,
I
he's
reckon they'll
walking-
be keeping their distance anyway.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
keeping a distance.
Okay. So I'll deal with yourself first, then Magnus.
Yeah.
So Jalen walks to the area. It's not that far. It takes about 15 minutes to walk there, and it's much the same as you'd expect. Middle class area, mostly merchant residences. Some buildings better condition than others. It's kind of getting past dusk now anyway, so you see street merchants packing away barrels and crates and loading up their carts. Number of the shops that are on the street are the shopkeepers are standing outside with poles, putting down the awnings, getting ready to close up for the evening. And as you're walking, a pair of town's guard walk past casually. This is a good area. They don't look as though they're expecting any trouble. They seem quite relaxed, talking to each other. They give you a quick glance, and then just walk past you. And make me a perception check.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, so within short order, you've found number 6. It's lodged quite neatly between numbers 10 and number 8, and it looks just like an ordinary building, much as the same as all of the others. From what you can tell, there appears to be a front door. There's no alleyway.
Yep.
And there are it looks like possibly 3 rooms on the ground floor, with windows.
All right.
It's on a corner plot, so
Okay.
there is a street to the front and a street to the back.
All right. So walking around to the back side of the building, then how is there a back door as well, or
There's no back door. All you can see is there are windows that go into 2 different rooms.
Yeah.
On the side as well. On the side there is also a window.
and how many? Instead, there are houses on either side of this one.
Yeah, so if you imagine a house being on the end of a row of houses,
Yeah.
and there's effectively street on 3 sides of the building.
All right. So it's quite open to like look into the what's it called? Because is it a gate before the house and like a front yard, something like that?
There is a small front garden.
Yeah.
There is no garden to the side, and there is no garden to the rear. But there is if you imagine the sort of old Victorian houses, that you would see. There's like a really short front garden with steps leading up to the house.
All right. And there are like no gates leading up to the building.
There's a garden, an iron garden gate, and the windows are about, because of the steps leading up, you would say that the windows are about 7 foot high. So you would have to get some way of either being lifted up or standing up on something to actually see in there.
Okay.
And you notice that they are sash windows, so you would have to lift them to get in.
Right. Does this road seem like it's quite what's called many people walking up and down, or is it rather quiet?
Yeah, it's difficult to say because, as I say, some of the shops are closing for the day.
Yeah.
Some people are going home. You suspect it's starting to quieten down now. During the day, it would definitely be busier than what it is at present.
All right. Oh, that's good at least. I don't know, just hang around a bit, see if there's any guards patrolling around this area.
Okay. Let me just check your character sheet. Okay. You do notice something odd. At one point during your stay, you're obviously casing out the building, trying to make it look as casual as possible. Can you do me a stealth check, please? Because although you're not trying to be stealthy, you're trying to disguise the fact that you are casing a building, essentially. Okay, so you notice somebody leaning against the building across from you, just stood there, hood up, munching away at an apple. And when he notices you look, tosses the apple over his shoulder and walks away.
With me being close and keeping an eye out on Jalen, would I recognise the person?
You wish to give the person a closer examination?
Just from as far back that I don't bring attention to myself. I just want to see if I can, by their gait and how they hold themselves,
Okay.
do they show anything?
Yeah, do me a perception check.
I ain't seen shit.
Well, no, because you don't get worse than your passive perception. So you notice the same as Jalen did. You notice somebody, their behaviour was a little bit odd. You would say that they hold themselves with confidence.
Yes, Karen, right.
And you would also say that they appear to be watching you rather than watching the building.
Yeah. All right.
Specifically watching Jalen.
Let's make things a bit more difficult. If I'm being watched. Hey, Lux, are you nearby?
I'm sort of round a corner from one of the buildings, just keeping an eye on you. But as soon as I would have noticed that this person hasn't walked off, has they?
Oh, they have.
Oh, they have. Oh, okay. Because I probably would have noticed that they were looking at Jalen more than anything. I'd kind of walk up as if like a husband, meeting up with his wife. So, have you seen anywhere that you like? And then under my breath I'll say, who's your secret admirer?
Yeah, got a couple of those. But yeah, it makes things a bit more difficult if I'm being watched.
Any reason why you'd be watched?
Well, maybe? I am a part of the court, so
Well, you might have led with that.
Yeah, but people seem to think I'm a do-gooder because of it. I'm just out here trying to make myself something.
But you're a member of the court and you're out here to do a bit of rough and tumble.
Yeah,
You're a liability.
aren't we all a liability?
Well, you're a very real liability in the sense of if it comes down to it, you could turn around and say, we all, put you at a dagger's edge and you just went along unwillingly. We get thrown in the stockade like me and Bartok, and, well, you walk away scot-free because, let's have a look. You look like you, and I look like me. So you've just given me one more reason not to trust you.
Well, let's do this job and you can get one more reason to do.
Right, we'll discuss this later. Do you see anything whilst you were looking around? Any easy access, anywhere that we might be able to enter without being seen?
It's rather difficult. It's a quite open area around here. But the windows, what I could see, they open up, lift up, so maybe the windows. There's no back door, so yeah, windows or the front door.
I've got something for that, that's fine.
Magnus, when you're talking into your mic, can you perhaps just lean back a couple of inches? Because honestly, my anus is twitching with the vibrations.
Alright.
That's better.
There we go.
Okay. So, are the two of you heading back?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do more here? Okay.
No, because the one thing I would probably do, I'd have to wait until nightfall for.
Okay. So you head back, and it is getting towards night anyway. It's well past dusk. So probably about you would say about 8 o'clock. We're well into the sort of just at the start of the party time. The drinkers are coming out. The tavern's starting to get a little bit more crowded for those of you back at the tavern. And the rooms people are coming and taking rooms for the evening. A few merchants. And you make your way back to the tavern and rejoin the others.
So at some point I would have given Jalen the slip and I haven't returned.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're there walking side by side, talking away, talking about making small talk with each other, and you suddenly realise he's not there anymore.
I talk to myself.
Yeah, you're actually genuinely unsure how long you've been talking to yourself. Okay.
Well, first time I talk to myself. Just head back to the tavern.
Okay. In the meantime, Lux, what would you like to do?
I have wandered off into the Erudite Quarter to go and speak to 3 friends. Would be probably 2 for giving a term, but I'm going to speak to the Claw, the Horn, and the Wing.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to them about, number 6, Cloud Top Rise, and if anyone is potentially scoping it out.
Okay. Did you say the claw, the whore, or the horn?
The horn.
Close enough.
Yeah. So the claw is a human who unfortunately was subjected to lycanthropy, which gave them the nickname the Claw. There is an Aarakocra who is the wing, and the horn is a female tiefling with very dark, almost obsidian skin.
Hey, did you give me this in your background?
It was, but I just checked. I don't think it's updated. So I am sorry. I did update it on D&D Beyond, but then there was all the stuff that happened on D&D Beyond, and I think it wiped out like 25% of changes that I made.
That's fine. We'll take that offline then, and we'll.
I'll re-put them back in. It's just sort of information gathering for now. I'm not going to really
fine.
go RP with them.
No, that's fine. So the two of them don't know anything. You speak to the wing, and the wing. The wing is the more studious of the three. The more astute, should we say? And he tells you that that property's laid empty for quite some time, and it's just been a rental has just been taken up on the property by somebody from out of town.
Is anybody else is potentially looking?
Not heard of anything. Although he does say that he knows somebody he has been looking to rent number 9. Number 9 is owned, but it's owned by an elderly gentleman who keeps himself to himself, and he's been out of town for a while now. So there has been a few people sniffing around at number 9.
Appreciate it as always, Wing, and if you ever need any help, well, you know where to look.
Tips his beak.
And I'll wander on back.
Okay. So, during this time, is there anything that any of the rest of you would like to say or do? No? Okay.
Yeah,
I
no, I
don't-
don't think.
I don't think there's anything I want to do. I'll probably just carefully watch Caracas.
Yeah, I think I would probably just be making, generic small talk, just because I'm interested in sort of new people, I guess. So it would just be more
Okay.
of like if he's willing to share adventures. But I'm not particularly fussed about RP and any of that. It's just more of, so where have you been, kind of thing. What have you seen? So there's nothing sort of too.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Sort of general details as such.
Yeah. So Crackers, how open to entertaining that discussion would you be? John, are you talking on mute again?
If he's back.
He's pooping.
You peeking?
Yeah, the most you get is generic blase. I've been all over the world, mate.
Okay. Does it? Are you avoiding specific subjects? Would it be openly obvious that you're being evasive?
So
Probably.
if it helps, Bartok would simply be asking questions like, so you've said you're a sailor. Whereabouts have you been?
Okay.
Have you seen anything particularly? Have you seen any cool stuff? As you've been going along, because he's kind of
So
like quite mature in that
Why
sense.
don't the two of you give me insight checks then? Let's just see how much you
Okay.
pick up on.
Wait, me as well.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it.
Neither of you particularly notice anything from his demeanour. You don't think he's being evasive. You don't think he's necessarily being particularly forthcoming either. It just seems like he doesn't particularly want to engage in conversation that much, other than keeping the conversation generic.
Cool.
Okay, so you all return. It's now about 9 in the evening. And you're all back together.
What did you find out, little brother?
Well, I found out that our posh tartlet has got a secret admirer and she's being followed.
Oh, wonderful.
I know, right?
Just what we need.
He's also a member of the council.
I'm not a member of the council.
What do you mean? And Bartok starts getting a bit sort of twitchy.
I'm just at the court, playing my music, getting information. That's that kind of stuff.
I am not going back to prison.
Oh, don't worry, we're not going back to prison.
You definitely aren't.
Sorry, I misinterpreted. I thought you said council. Court, that's fine. What kind of stuff do you do at court?
So just playing my music. Sometimes having to do my, I'd say, parents' bidding. And just talking to people and getting information.
So it could have been a fan.
Could have just have been a fan. Or could have been a classmate from university.
Insight check.
I was about to say I'll have a punt, even though I'm not 100%, but I'll have a punt. I'm not sure.
Can you do secret roles?
If you wish to, you can message me in Discord.
Or I can say do a d20 roll plus 6. Either or is the same.
Oh, damn!
Okay. So you don't particularly pick up on anything. You don't know her well enough at this stage to know whether she's telling you the truth, being slightly less than honest, or outright deceiving you. It's really hard to tell. It requires a sort of a level of familiarity such a question does.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, if we're going to sit and plan, it's about time that we have drinks. So, drinks are on me. Sister, fancy giving us a hand?
Good man. Goblin thing.
Lunch
Sure.
is fine.
You're a man of words there, Karsak.
Lunch is fine, arse crack.
He's a man that should watch his words, certainly.
As we go to the bar, pick round of drinks for our new friends. And as soon as he starts busying himself, I want to turn around to Umbra. It's quite simple, actually. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and they're a lot bigger than me, and I can't throw them very far.
I don't like them.
No, yeah, I think, to be honest, one of them's potentially a liability. I think she's just looking for a bit of rough. I think she's bored of her life. Did you manage to find out anything about seaman fare over there?
No. But feel like we need to be cautious about that one.
Well, I think we do exactly what we do in any situation like this. We use them for what they're good for, and
Kill
if they
them and
become
then
a
rob
liability,
them?
absolutely. If they become a liability, well, we leave them at the scene of the crime and we get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas of how we can get in.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Pick gives you the round of drinks, which will cost you 2 silver.
With Krakas's drink, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on it and make it just taste off.
Just
Okay.
slightly off, so it's
Just
like
slightly, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like when you make a cup of tea and you're not quite sure if the milk is turning. You're like, is it? No.
There's not something. There's something not quite right about this, but you
That
can't
is
put your finger on
so
it.
sinister. I love it. It's so
Nice.
sinister.
Okay. So you return to the table. You put the drinks down. There's no reason for you to be aware that this has happened, unless you were particularly.
I just pile drive that thing back. Put it all
Okay.
down in one.
He's a sailor.
You drink it. It doesn't
Drunk
taste
and a lot worse.
It doesn't taste the same as the previous drink you had. It doesn't taste a bit funny, but you're used to drinking stale beer on a boat, so
That's fine.
yeah.
It's a little bit funny.
It's a little bit funny.
Actually turn to Lux and raise the tankard and go, "Cheers, mate."
See how fast crack, and I'll knock mine back as well.
Oh fuck it! Ice knife to his face.
Okay, so you knock your drinks back.
Cracker.
You've all had a few drinks now, haven't you?
This will be my third.
Yes.
I've had 2.
Mhm.
Half pints as well. Because I said earlier I'm on a job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first one would have been a small drink, and then it was a
I-
small glass of wine, and now this is
Yeah.
another small drink. So I'm not having big ones.
Yeah,
I've technically had like 5.
Yeah, your first one was a bucket.
Yeah. So I've technically had like 5 or 6 at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm noting how many drinks you're
Yeah.
having just for the record.
I
Of
think
course.
I'm on my third.
That's why I rented the room.
Okay.
It's, yeah, 2 glasses of wine and then this one.
Okay. So it starts to get busier, a bit more rowdy in here. People coming and going all the time. Nobody you particularly recognise. What do you wish to do?
Getting a bit busy in here. If we're going to discuss plans, we might want to get out of earshot. Shall we go back to the room?
I got 2 rooms, one for us and one for them. We
Well.
can sit in one together for the time being.
Sounds like an idea.
Okay. So you retreat to one of the rooms that you've hired. Both rooms are on the top floor, on the 4th floor. It's a simple enough room. 2 wooden frame beds. Scratchy blankets. Pillows that look as though they've seen better days. A window that's so stiff it can't even open. Looks like it's not been cleaned in a while. Certainly a half a centimetre of dust there.
Oh, lovely.
You are alone in your little mini domain.
It's in a lean off where I'm gonna sit with prestidigitation.
Okay.
Bartok will just drop to the floor and just sort of sit quite comfortably. He's quite complicit with roughing it, so he's happy not to sit on a chair or anything.
As Bartok lowers himself to the floor, you kind of give the floorboards a bit of a shake as you do so, and a little cloud of dust pops up.
I just cough a little bit then.
I will take a chair if there is one.
Yes, there can be a chair.
Lean up against the wall.
I hate to ask, but does anyone have any parchment?
Yeah, I got a bit of parchment.
Excellent, thank you. Leia, is there a table? Like a small table in the room?
Yeah, there's a small occasional table. Yep.
Okay, so from memory and sort of discussing with Jalen, I'm gonna draw out like an outline of the building with the perimeter, like the walls and the gate and everything, using kind of like the flint.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So this is the target. We know what we're after. We're after a book. Now, anyone got any ideas?
Oh, it should be pretty straightforward. You seem like quite a handy fellow, so you could probably open the window or the door.
Yeah,
without
well-
any problem.
Make sure they're not alarmed or trapped first, obviously.
Well, it
Yeah.
all
Obvious.
depends
Yeah.
on what time of day you want to do this.
So what I was
This isn't
thinking,
really my.
after you,
Yeah.
Crackers.
Yeah, I'll defer to you lot. I'm not against doing a bit of crime, but it's usually attacking another ship rather than breaking into a house.
Well, we could also try join in daytime and just pose as the new rental people.
Well, that's fine. That's what I like to hear.
Well, that
Eh.
that is what I was trying to get at with the time of day. I could speak to old Woody and see if I can take the cart up the area and see if I could sell some wood, try and distract people whilst you do your business.
I don't know if that's the best idea to do it in daylight. I much
No.
prefer the cover of darkness.
Yeah, I think it's safer to do it in the darkness as well.
Right, so if you're happy to lean on my expertise, which in this matter I would highly recommend that you do. No offence, sister, but you're more the persuasive type. We're stepping into my territory here.
Go ahead.
Okay, excellent. The guards are going to change pretty much at nightfall. We camp out here, we have a bite to eat, we go over the overall plan of attack. So, this is the way I'm looking at it. The walls are probably about 7 feet high. One of us scrambles over, we python, lay the rope down, the rest of us can get up easy. We keep the python in, we bring the rope back over. That gives us easy access out, but it's not evident that anyone can see that we've got in, so no alarm bells being rang. Now, from what Jalen's observed, the windows, they're gonna lift. I've got my trusty, well, I call her Crowy. So I've got my trusty crowbar, so what I want to do is, I'll shimmy up. If one of you magic types is able to check and see if there's any arcane enchantments that might, send off alarm bells, that gives a good idea as to which one I'm going to go through. I can get down, I open up the front door for you, you make yourself sparse in the shadows until I can do such, and then we start perusing. That way, we're out of eyesight. Now, apparently there's a dog. I don't
Or a
like
cat.
killing animals. Or a cat. Now, for all we know, and Sniggles is like this, I'm going to warn you, the thing could be a displacer beast for all we know. So, be prepared. When they say
Displacer
cat,
beast in the middle of Mon, really?
I'm just saying Sniggles isn't a reliable type. He says dog, then, you know,
She.
it could be she says dog, it could be a three-headed hound from hell for all we know. Just keep your wits about you, that's all I'm saying. Don't take anything she says as gospel.
You work with her?
I've worked with her before, yeah. She's about as reliable as a bucket with a hole in it. But she does, you know, she sends good jobs our way anyway. Well, except for the last few. Yeah. So, yeah, we go at nightfall. I say we leave here close to just before sunset. Light plays tricks that way. We get in, we should be able to do it within a time frame of that 2-hour window. Guards won't be anywhere in the area. Sound good?
I like it.
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
What can go wrong?
Famous
A lot
last
of
words,
stuff.
my friend. Famous last words.
Okay. So, for expediency, is there anything anybody wishes to do before sunset tomorrow?
How much time do we have?
I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
to
getting
sort my spells out, so
it's getting
Remind
late
me.
into the evening. So you've basically got a night and then the day tomorrow until sunset.
So what's the time like roughly? Exact kind of.
No, it's about 9 o'clock.
It's about 9 o'clock. Okay.
So we've got about 2.5 hours before we'd need to head out.
Well, no, tomorrow, the next day. So that's what he's saying. It's 9 o'clock now.
Because you're past sunset now.
as we're planning, I would ask: is anyone able to, any of you two, looking at the ladies, able to detect arcane shit? Because I can prepare myself to have that spell tomorrow, but I'd rather not.
Not spell wise. I don't know anything that would help with that. I can only look. But it's not one of my specialties.
Yeah, mine either. I haven't really had the need for that before.
The tail end.
Both proving yourselves useful already.
So, I think for myself, the following day, I would go about as I would anyway, which is like helping people out. But I would probably go and see the Father Francis at the church before the job, just because it's become a bit of a thing for Bartok that he likes to clear his conscience
Okay.
before he does any sort of work that's underhanded.
Okay. So, middle of the afternoon, then, we can say that you disappear and you head to Father Francis. And he's there in the church, cleaning as he always is. My young Bartok, come and sit a while and talk.
Father, how are you?
My bones ache and my farts stink. Just the same as I always am, really.
Have those kids stopped causing you trouble yet? I did have a word for you.
They write obscenities on the church wall outside, and every day I clean it off. It's almost a routine for me now. I almost take pleasure in the repetition.
I will have another word, but you know why I'm here. You know what I do. I am conflicted, Father, as always.
With what this time?
We have been asked to steal a book of some kind, and you know me, I will use the money to help where I can and support the church, of course, but it just does not sit right still.
Oh, you're stealing. I thought this was going to be the whole masturbation thing again.
Father, not now, not now.
Exactly. Forgive me, Daddy, for I've sinned.
Yeah. It has been 10 minutes since my last rank.
Yeah, it's not the barbarian this time.
No.
The gods giveth and taketh away in mysterious ways. Perhaps it is the divine's will for you to take this book. Who are we to say, Bartok?
No, I know, Father. You've always guided me, but this is not my life. You know, I am an orc, and orcs, we are a proud people, but I feel, as much as I love my family, I miss the warmth of a fire on the plains and orcs to dine with and hunt with, and there is just something
Well,
hungers.
Bartok, you still have brothers, just from another mother.
MGU.
I love my little clan. Emphasis on the word little. But I have come of age and beyond, and I guess I'm yearning for a real clan. And
So make this your clan, Bartok. Think of it this way, if you were with your orc brothers and sisters, you would be out pillaging, yes? What are you not doing now? You're stealing a book. It is pillaging, just in a more civilized manner.
You do entertain me, Father. I just, we will see, I guess. But as always, I'm asking for some semblance of forgiveness for what I'm about to do.
I forgive you, Bartok, but you must learn to forgive yourself.
I am trying, which is why I am, as always, once the job is complete, we'll make a sizable donation, of course, where I can. Is there anything that you need me to take care of for you?
Oh, no, everything's good here for now, Bartok. And just look after your little sister.
I will try. She does have a way with words that sometimes gets her in trouble.
And she
shall see.
And she has great titties.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
You are a man of the cloth, Father. Behave.
I frequently touch cloth.
You took the vow, Father. Behave.
No, be gone with you, scallywag.
I'm going, and then I just dump out.
You heard it here. The clergy advocates for stealing.
And I'll just leave a small. I'll leave I don't know, 50 copper or so in a collection.
Okay,
tray
so
at the
that's 5 silver.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Brilliant.
that, I'm afraid, is where we're going to leave the session.
Yeah.
And I am going to stop recording unless anyone wishes to say anything before I do so.
Ball sack.
Anyway,
Please.
Yeah,
Large floppy donkey dick.
Nipples.
Wow, on that I shall wish our viewers
penis.
night, and is it
Good
Tuesday?
one.
you're a cunt.